Hey Mom, it's morning day 7. We are taking our time today. We slept in a little bit. It's mostly a rest day. We're just really trying to soak up our time here in Sequoia National Park. And yesterday, the 6 miles, which was really like 8 miles up Ario Canyon, was probably one of the harder, definitely the hardest of this trip. There's basically no trail, boulder fields, foggy meadows where our feet were soaked, oodles of mosquitoes. Yeah, our feet got pretty tore up yesterday, so we're taking it easy today. We're gonna hike up to Cumberland Gap, 9 Lakes Basin actually, which is just opposite of Cumberland Gap, and then we're gonna chill up there, dry out all our wet gear, dry out our feet, and just focus on health and hygiene and love and connection. Oh, last update. 2 days ago, we were hiking Mount Kauai. Carly had a bit of a breakdown when she felt an earthquake, which I told her was irrational and wrong, and then it was just a jet flying by. But she's like, no, all the boulders were rumbling and I thought we were gonna die. Turns out there was an earthquake 2 days ago, so I apologize, Carly. I don't regret the peak. Your breakdown was not irrational. Yeah, it turns out I ran into a guy on trail yesterday and he was like, yep, my wife called my wife on the sat phone. She said there was a 5.2 magnitude earthquake near Owens River Gorge. So that's what happened. I'm glad we survived.
I felt it.
I did too. My mom. So there was definitely an earthquake. It wasn't a rumor, it wasn't feelings, it wasn't emotions. I mean, it was feelings in the physical realm, not just the emotional realm. So reading this USGS report, I definitely owe Carly another apology. Her feelings were definitely valid, not irrational. That was a dangerous situation. I'm glad we were on the ridge line though, because any boulders would, when you're on top of a ridge line, the boulders fall down either side of the ridge line, not on top of you typically. And you know, on the subject of just risk management when climbing in the Alpine, you don't take into account earthquakes. Like, it's very, very rare for them to happen. Doesn't mean they've never happened. There was a really bad one on Mount Everest a few seasons ago that was totally devastating. But outside of that, like I read a lot of the climbing literature. It's pretty rare event. So this is definitely the first one I've ever felt while climbing a mountain, and I hope to never feel one again. And overall, it was still a very positive and rewarding experience, and I'm just glad we made it out safely. There's a link to this USGS page in the description or information section of the video if you'd like.
You remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. We can tell the sun in his jealous sky we walked in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while among the fields of barley. In his arms she fell and her hair came down among fields of gold.
Hey Mom, we're on the summit of the Cumberland Gap, looking west towards home. We have almost finished traversing the Sierras, but looking at that, it still definitely feels like we're right in the heart of them.
But we're saying goodbye to the backcountry.
We're saying goodbye to the backcountry, which we are defining as everything east of Cumberland Gap, all the way to the PCT at least. Which you can see before it down the stars to Figueroa, and then over to the Kern River Valley, and then up to the PCT.
Over here we're calling this the Black Country because we're really only about 20 miles, which is about a day hike from a road system. Yeah, 2 days for more traditional backpackers. And that's it. We're gonna get on trail. Oh, sure. Yeah, I can. Turn this on. We spent the last 4 hours at the base of that waterfall up there, just resting with a capital R, soaking in the last of the backcountry. All right, bye, Mom.
He said, let's get out of this town, drive out of the city, away from the crowds. Thought heaven can't help me now, nothing lasts forever, but this is gonna take me down. He's so tall, handsome as hell, he's so bad, but he does it so well. I can see the end as it begins. My one condition is, say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks, say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. Wildest dreams. Say no one has to know what we do. His hands are in my hair, his clothes are in my room, and his voice is a familiar sound. But nothing lasts forever, but this is getting good now. He's so tall, handsome as hell, so bad, but he does it so well. When we've had our very last kiss, my last request is, say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks, say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. Wildest dreams. You'll see me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burn it down. Someday when you leave me, I bet these memories follow you around. You see me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burn it down. Someday when you leave me, I bet these memories follow you around. Say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks, say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. Wildest dreams. Wildest dreams.
Hey, Mom. We made it to a very historic part of this High Sierra Trail. Right in this gorge, the Civilian Conservation Corps originally built a bridge to span this gap. It's a bit of a drop off. Well, the bridge only lasted about 5 years before a big avalanche came down there to take it out. And so, I wonder if you can see, I actually don't see much of the bridge down there. I wonder if they took it out. Anyway, they came back in, blasted that hole right through the sheer granite rock, put the trail back in. Right up here we should be able to see some more artifacts. You can see where that eye bolt broke during the avalanche. And this, I assume this is cable they were able to salvage.
But it's the heavy stuff and they lie there.
This is 1 inch
5 feet at a time.
steel cable. In the 1930s, they had teams of men carry this cable like it was a centipede, according to the literature. And what's nuts is they just built this trail all the way up this valley to Wildest Gap. And it took years.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
This is unbelievable. All right, bye, Mom.
You remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. We can tell the sun in his jealous sky we walked in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while among the fields of barley. In his arms she fell and her hair came down among fields of gold. Will you be my love? Will you stay a while among the fields of barley? We can tell the sun in his jealous sky that we walked in fields of gold. Watch the west wind move like a lover's soul among the fields of barley. Watch her body rise when you kiss her mouth and you walk in fields of gold. Never made promises lightly, and I know that there were some that were broken. I know that the days still left, we will walk in fields of gold. Yes, we walk in fields of gold.
Day 7, or Sierra High Trail. This is the closest thing we have to this day. We cut our mileage by almost a half of what we normally do at 11.15. Our hiking time was 4 hours and 43 minutes, and our pace was 25-minute miles. Elevation 2,000 feet. We'll see the losses once we pop over to Google Earth. And the elapsed time of this travel on was 10 hours.
Watch the children play.
Looking at our mile
When the
pace,
sun goes down,
we're
you
pretty slow,
remember me
and slow is a good thing for this day. We started out at the big REO junction, heading up valley towards the Wildest Gap. Popped up here for a little bit before going over to Wildest Gap and then to this little campsite over here. And by the end of the day, we were definitely tired. I'm gonna pop over into Google Earth where we can look at the route with more detail. Command O, of course, to open the GPX file. So yeah, day 7 was mostly rest day and a little bit of a head back towards home day and more lollygag. So we'll zoom into our start location. slope, 54%. I don't remember where that was.
I never
negative
may
2%.
cross this line.
Oh, I bet it was descending and
I know that there was some that were broken.
So we'll zoom in, we see an imagery date of May 30th,
They still
2015, which
left. We
displays the
will
snow.
walk and feel
So we hiked up here,
yes,
and we dried out all our gear. It was wet from morning dew, I guess you would call it. And we just hung out, looking towards the south and just taking in the unique scenery, and reflecting on the trip and just relaxing and eating food. And we did this for about 4 hours. It was wonderful. There we go. So we're facing down valley. After that, we headed up towards the Cumberland Gap. Took a moment to really just say goodbye to that part of the Sierras, because we knew as soon as we started heading west down the Sierra Gap, we would see a lot more people and effectively be leaving the backcountry over the course of the next day of hiking. Heading towards Precipice Lake, the scenery was just gorgeous. This is an amazing high alpine lake, and there's plenty of water from almost a glacier up here going into the lake, and there's still a couple icebergs there. This is probably the most scenic section of the trail, and I'm just speechless talking about it. Let's see if we can see the water side. And it just continues down this scree field. In a lot of places, this trail is just blasted through pure granite. And it's just an ode to the California Conservation Corps and the crew of mostly men who built this trail. And it took years. I highly suggest people Google Sierra High Trail documentary and watch them on the course. Right here, there was an old bridge going through this canyon, and an avalanche took it out. And you can see, almost in the satellite image, you can see the pilings where it went from there to there. They rerouted the trail around here, and you can see that
if you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds blow heavy on the borderline, remember me to the one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. If you're going where the snowflakes don't,
the tree line,
or where the rivers freeze and the summer ends,
almost 10,000. Tree lines
see
above
for
10,000
me,
feet on
she has a coat
the east side
so
of the Cumberland Gap. On the
warm
west side, it's not. And the reason for it is just the big granite tunnels.
to keep her from the highland winds.
The trees are not grown so steep. You really get into
Please
slow
see
elevation.
if her hair hangs so long,
So Hamilton Lake.
rolls and flows all around her breast.
Closer to
See for
8,000
me
feet.
if her hair
That's really where you start to
hangs
on the
long.
other side of Cumberland Gap. You'll see trees up to 10, 11,000 feet.
That's the way I remember her
The city doesn't stop at
best.
Hamilton Lake. Continue past another beautiful lake, and just looking up at these huge crags and spires. We headed down along these granite cliffs again. More sections where the trail is just blasted through sheer granite, and there's just a 4-foot walkway, no guardrail, and you're just looking down over these cliffs. It's unreal. Over here, the they moved the trail up above this crag to, like, I think, make it easier to get around the granite on the vegetation, and then they dropped the trail back down. And same story, it's just blasted right into the granite. We didn't, we thought we might camp at Hamilton Lakes, but it was just so overcrowded. Really glad we headed down towards the street. And you can see this new bridge is here. There was an older bridge where this trail used to lead. And this trail lays that used to cross the river and we camped.
I'm wondering if she remembers me at all. Many times I've often prayed.
That was the 7th day. We had a great night of sleep.
In the darkness of my night.
Really, really wonderful. Absolute.
In the brightness of my day.
That's it.
So if you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds blow heavy on the borderline, remember me to the one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine, a love of mine, true love of mine. Thank you.